Dixon still has it. It's a crease. Dennis Dixon headed for the end zone. Short completion. This is Mike Thomas sprinting down the sideline. Diving for the end zone. Touchdown. Pressure. Intercepted. Intercepted by Antoine Casey, who takes it the other way. Tuitama on 3rd and 10. Fires near sideline. Wide open. Catching the ball. Weaving his way is Thomas for a touchdown. It's a low punt. Kaysen fields it at his ankles at the 43. Kaysen gets the corner. Antoine Kaysen cruising to the end zone. Two touchdowns for the senior from Long Beach, and Dennis Dixon smiles and a handshake with Ryan Leaf, the big brother of his backup, and meets Dennis's father there. But Dixon done for the night, we hope, not done for the season with the re-aggravation of that left knee injury. Oregon in a 17-point hole, and Arizona to get the football to begin the second half here in Tucson. We'll start at the 20-yard line. So the Ducks 290 yards in the first half, but Arizona 2 non-offensive touchdowns from Kaysen, and they converted those 2 turnovers into 14 points.
Well, then you really have to deal with Oregon and the fact that they lost Dennis Dixon, right? So they've got to come out and they've got to do something different. I think the Home Depot coaching adjustment for Oregon really is to come out and get the ball more to Jonathan Stewart. Dixon's gone from the game, Doug. You got to do something that's going to find a way to get your best players in the game. Kaysen's really hurt this team. So you got to find a way to make an adjustment and get the ball in the playmaker's hands.
Yeah, try to ride the big horse and then go some play action and hope you make some big plays off of it.
Tuitama 167 yards passing in the first half. Fires right down the middle of the field. Looking for Thomas. Just off his hands. Jarris Bird defending. We've seen why the Ducks struggle defending the pass. They have good athletes in the secondary, but they've been giving up big yardage all season long, and tonight the story continues.
Tuitama turned that one loose and almost had a big play. Great job breaking the ball up there.
Well, okay,
coming out after him right away.
That's
Go
right.
after
Sonny
him.
Dykes is saying, look, we're not laying back here, fellas. We got to go win this game. This is #2 team in the country.
Come out firing in the first play of the half, and now on 2nd and 10. Tuitama looks short. It's complete. Turner. First down. Tackled at the 36. Terrell Turner, the sophomore from Garland, Texas, with another catch, 16 yards. Aaron?
Chris, and speaking with Arizona head coach Mike Stoops, he said nothing defensively will change for his team in the second half now that clearly Dennis Dixon is gone from this game. He feels that Oregon, Brady Leaf, and crew will try to run that very same basic offense here in the second half. Hey, by the way, guys, I asked Stoops his reaction of what he thought about Oregon going for 2 after their first touchdown. He didn't bite it all. He just said, we've seen that formation before. We just didn't defend it well.
Hasn't been a love fest between Stoops and Bellotti in recent years. They had a nice little cordial conversation, though, before the game. There's a shoestring tackle there. Casey Matthews, the freshman, just grabbing the other freshman, Grigsby.
As far as the 2-point conversion, it's just an opportunity of something that's there all the time. And obviously, defensively, Arizona didn't kick it over there. So, boom, Oregon took the snap, got out there, got the quick 2.
Mike Stoops made some comments. There were some guys who verbally committed to Arizona and then changed their mind, went to Oregon. That didn't sit well, but it's Stoops with the olive branch in the long jog down pregame to the Oregon side of the field. Looks like a nice, pleasant exchange between the two mics. At least while the cameras are on.
Politically correct.
Tommy incomplete. He was looking for Thomas without a backwards pass. Yes, they're spotting it behind the line of scrimmage. So a lateral could have been trouble.
And I tell you what would have been trouble is that last play when Grigsby almost broke it and went the distance on that deal. That's how close they were. I mean, Oregon's got to come out and they've got to play with passion. They've practiced so hard all year on running to the football and running hard to the football. And if they didn't run hard to the football, Nick Aliotti would make them go out and run more. Speed to the ball in this half is the only thing they have going for them right now. Oregon has to create turnovers, and speed to the ball with everybody getting there is what does it.
On 3rd down, Tuitama Has plenty of time. A flag is down in the holding zone, and the pass is complete for a first down to Gronkowski near midfield, but this one apparently will come back.
He held him twice.
Jeremy Gibbs gives the indication, and it's a personal foul against Arizona, not a hold. That's the indication.
As Craig's saying, though, Oregon has to step it up on defense. If you're the number 2 team in the country.
Personal foul. Number 76 on the offense, hands to the face. 15-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Number 2 team in the country, you lose your quarterback. The defense has to pick it up, make plays to keep you in the game until your offense can get the job done. If LSU right now were in a position where they lost their quarterback, their defense keep them in the game, and they'd find a way to get it done.
Graniello guilty of a very costly penalty. It nullifies a first down catch. Makes it 3rd and 25 back at the 21-yard line.
Well, the point you're making there, Doug, is is the number 2 team in the country. You didn't get there just by one football player.
Exactly.
Now, we said, though, away from home, this has been a different Oregon defense. Big points and yards to Stanford and Washington, and now the defense has been hurt by 2 non-offensive touchdowns by Arizona tonight. Tua Tama, it's a shovel pass underneath Grigsby. Breaks into the open field, and the freshman will be tackled at the 35. Dangerously close to break it out for a big gain. Matthews on the stop, and the Wildcats will punt.
He looks like he could go at any time.
Doesn't
He's
he?
got that
Yeah.
breakaway speed, that quickness, but it's a safe call. 3rd and extra long. You don't want to turn it over. Little shovel pass, pick up some field position.
Yeah, the Ducks held him, right?
Grigsby, a guy, guys, who went to 3 different high schools in California. He was a big recruit. Had some great issues, sorted some things out, had some growing up to do. But a big contributor as a freshman on this football team with some good years ahead. Pryor on the punt. And this is Jarris Bird making a fair catch at the 26-yard line. So the first possession of the second half for Brady Leaf and this Oregon offense. NASCAR season winding down. The Ford 300 at Homestead in Miami. That's the Busch race. ESPN2 at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then Jimmy Johnson trying to put the clamps on another Nextel Cup Series championship. Even his teammate Jeff Gordon, who trails by 86 points, has conceded, barring real problems with the number 48 car. Johnson's going to win a title. 1st and 10 for the Ducks. Leaf pressured, almost sacked, throws it away, and there's a flag late. And Leaf comes up limping. Barnett on the pressure. This looks like it'll be a grounding penalty. And behind Leaf, by the way, is a freshman, Justin Roper, who had no experience at all. .66 out of Buford, Georgia. He's a redshirt freshman. Leaf appears to be okay, although that decision wasn't okay.
Looks like Justin Timberlake in a uniform over there. 6
A little
foot
bigger
six.
than Justin.
Little 6'6" Justin Timberlake.
I don't think he'd mind you saying that.
My daughter would disagree with me, I'm sure.
Would she? All right. Well, 2nd and 19 after the grounding penalty. They've seen Leaf's lack of mobility. I think they're going to continue to pressure him.
Absolutely. They keep coming after him, and no matter what Stoops says, they're playing him differently than they would Dixon.
Sure. On 2nd and 19, they hand it to Stewart. Stewart muscles forward, getting back about 9 yards.
You talk about pressure, Chris, and when Brady Leaf came into the game, this Arizona defense just sensed it, led by Spencer Larson, the linebacker on the outside here. You saw the pressure coming all over the place, the way he fills the lane in the gap. Jonathan Stewart met him in the hole, didn't let him get anywhere. This time up the middle. And, great job missing the block there and then putting pressure on Leaf to cause the fumble. So you're right. They do sense he can't move, and they're coming after him.
And now he's limping around a little bit.
Now they bring 2 blitzers on 3rd and 10. It's a completion, but way short of the first down. Williams goes low to grab it, and Leaf kind of limping to the sidelines as the Ducks will punt.
Got a little bit rolled up on that one play where he threw it away, and now his mobility is even less. You got to rely a little bit on Jonathan Stewart, and he's going to have to stand in the pocket and just deliver the football now.
They're going to have to rely on a momentum-changing turnover or something from special teams or defense. Kason, already a huge night for the senior, back to receive the punt of Siree. It's a boomer. in case I'm forced to make a fair catch at the 18-yard line. So about 4 minutes into the third quarter, and Leaf struggling to try to bring the Ducks back, and limping as Dennis Dixon done for the night. This is a scary sight for Duck fans. The left legs of their quarterbacks have been a problem. Dixon with the left knee, and Leaf having that left ankle retaped. Tuitama and the Wildcats back on the offense by 17. They fake it to Grigsby. Tuitama wants to take a downfield shot. Incomplete. Mike Thomas is turning and facing the quarterback, kind of broke off the route, covered by Thurman. This is an Arizona team that was 2-6 just a few weeks ago in Seattle and getting blown out by the Huskies. They were down 15 in the fourth quarter. Rallied, forced some turnovers. Tuitama in the offense. Some heroics late. They got out of Seattle with a win. That boosted them. Went to UCLA and won. And now 4-6 with a lead here. Flickering hopes of bowl eligibility if they can complete this and then beat the Sun Devils up in Tempe. They throw over the head of Thomas. And guys, when you're 2-6 on the road and getting blown out, and it looks like a real disastrous season in the making, that's a heck of a resurrection up there in Seattle.
Well, and you could just see the way they played the game with speed. You know, and last year at 6-6, they lost that final game of the season to Arizona State. So losing the final game last year kept them from that bowl. This year, 6-6, if they win out, I think gets them to a bowl game.
Well, the points you made in the turnaround in that game were some turnovers that gave them some momentum. Tonight they were in a position to be down 15-0. Boom, a turnover in the end zone. All of a sudden it was an 8-7 game.
On 3rd and 10, Thomas, the top receiver to the bottom of the formation. Tuitama, flushed, chased, fumbles the football, and the Ducks have it. Will Tukuafu, the player who verbally committed to Arizona last November, changed his mind coming up with the fumble, and that was the mistake that Stoops' team didn't need to make. Nick Reed forced it.
Tukuafu on the hustle play here from the inside, really not trying to pressure at all. Tuitama, and on the outside.
Yeah, check it. It's Kenny Rowe who forces the fumble.
Yep. Tuitama on the outside there. I mean, really, you just got to protect the football and know what's coming up.
He had no feel for the defender, Rowe, coming from behind, hanging out loosely with the ball, looking down the field, still taking his time.
Exactly what Leaf and the offense needed now. They're set up in 1st down to 13, and Stewart bounces it. Jonathan Stewart gets the corner, and the big fella rumbles in. A flag is down at the 5. Stewart gets the end zone from 13 yards out, but a flag is down, and it'll come back.
That shows you right there what he is capable of.
On the offense, number 21. 10-yard penalty. Maine's 1st down.
And you got Garen Strong blocking on the edge, Doug.
And why you got to get the ball in his hands.
Well, you got to get the ball in his hands, but this is a very difficult block when you're on the corner and the perimeter out there. The ball comes to you, and you're a wide receiver in space trying to block. You just got to keep moving your feet and maintain immediate contact with that defender, or else you're going to get called for the holding.
So it's 1st and 13 now, back at the 16-yard line. Stewart. Hammered. No gain.
Tackled by number 39, Dane Brogstad.
Well, Mark Stoops has figured out right now that there's not much run or action in Brady Leaf's legs, so it's going to be all hand off. You're going to have to come away with a different plan. Chip Kelly now has to come up with something else. You see the gimp here, Doug, after he hands the ball off.
Yeah, there's no reading this anymore. He's handing that ball off and pretending to bring it out the backside. He's not holding anyone. It's got to come back to more of a drop-back passing game and a regular running attack.
Leaf sets up, fires, almost intercepted again. Diving in front was Cameron Nelson.
Intended for number 6, Derek Jones.
Don't you see blue jerseys, though, running around with confidence?
Well, Nelson's just reading his eyes on this and breaks hard on the ball. And it's senior night. They said they were going to play emotionally. You see receivers making blocks downfield, defensive backs breaking on the ball. The emotion level is on Arizona's side.
And the throw's a little bit late, too, because
there was a quick window there, but he was sitting flat-footed in the end zone. He doesn't have to back up at all in this area of the field. He's going to break forward on the pass.
3 on the play clock. They bring a full blitz and a whistle before the play. Arizona was bringing 3 blitzers right up the middle.
Well, the worst thing that could have happened was getting the initial penalty to back yourself up into long
Right on
yardage.
the snap. False start. Number 61 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Josh Shergie, the guard, guilty of the penalty.
Well, and again, this is just good strategy by the defense to come up the middle and force Leaf to move the pocket and try to throw on the run. He's got a bad leg. He can't throw on the run.
He is going to have to just catch and throw in rhythm and just turn it loose.
And just 1 of 10 on third down since Leaf came into the game. He's limping around, trying to do the best he can. Delivers a short completion. Ed Dickson, the tight end. Stopped at the 17. And here comes a field goal attempt.
Well, the field goal is important here to cut it to a 14-point game. But really, the lack of mobility, Leaf limping around. I mean, he was fortunate that he didn't overthrow
We have
that
to go
ball.
back to our old 90 protection, huh?
Block them all up. Bring
Block
the
'em
tight
up.
end in and bring both backs in.
Bunch up, fellas. Keep them right there at the line of scrimmage.
Matt Evanson, 2 for 2 tonight. This one from 34. Very routine. But the fumble recovery converted to just 3 points by Oregon, and the lead is still 14 for Arizona. There's a desert trap for the Ducks here in Arizona. There's no shortage of wackos out here. They're enjoying this first
Wacko. That got me to look you
ESPN
up.
game in this stadium in about 10 years.
You call the guy Wacko.
What do you call it?
What do you?
Ketchup,
Look at these two.
mushroom, what do you-
Sir.
We had Teletubbies a while ago. Now we got crayons. Ketchup and mustard.
Thomas lets the kick go.
They look like crayons to me, will you?
Come on, Flutie.
Crayons.
Crayons. But where's the hot dog?
That's ketchup and mustard, man.
Where's the hot dog?
It's labeled ketchup and mustard. You see?
Oh,
Ketchup,
I
mustard.
see up and hard, okay? Up and hard. There's no roll there.
Ball is spotted at the 20-yard line. It starts in Arizona.
So first down for the Wildcats. That was a real victory for Arizona, giving up only a field goal after the fumble. Chris Jennings is the tailback. He goes out into the flats. Tuatama had him instead. He tried to get it to Gronkowski.
Willie Thomas passing complete.
Covered by Boyd.
Number 48, Ron Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronkowski coming off the line of scrimmage basically set a pick for the back in the flat. Jennings, who was open, and we missed the read there, Mr. Tuatama.
He did. He's got to go with what the defense gives him. And that takes time. You know what? You're teaching a new scheme here. And Sonny Dykes has got it, and you got to get it there. Sonny Dykes is a guy that's going to get this man going eventually.
He likes Gronkowski, that tight end. 6'6", very talented player with a big future here. Tuatama hit as he throws, and it is almost intercepted. Diving attempt by T.J. Ward.
This is what we were talking about, though. The defense picking it up. Caused one turnover, almost coming up with a second. Keeping Oregon within striking distance.
Well, and this is where that I think that you have to get that running game going. You know, this is an Arizona offense that's not totally wide open, spread out. And with Grigsby in the backfield, the ability to run the football, go too tight. Pound it up in there.
Well, now it's 3rd and 10, boss.
Can't do it now, but first down you could have.
That was Tukuafu, the man who recovered the fumble a minute ago, pressuring and hitting Tuatama on the throw. On 3rd and 10. Rolls out again and fires near sideline, and a catch. Thomas across the 43. Thomas's 4th catch of the night for 106 yards, and he's got a couple touchdowns.
The one thing Tuitama does is when he starts moving the pocket, Doug, he's not looking to run. He bought just enough time.
Buying time to look upfield to make a big play. Great conversion. Nice job on the sideline by Thomas with the feet inbounds. Does the knee touch before the catch? No.
He's nicknamed Money, and that was a big money catch, avoiding a punt from deep in their own end.
Nice.
But again, Oregon came with pressure, trying to cause a turnover, create something.
On first down, that's Grigsby.
Number 23, Nicholas Grigsby on the carry.
Boyd on the tackle, no gain.
But there's a little hop in the step of the defense right now for Oregon.
Well, you saw him walk that corner in. They made it an 8-man box, and they're really trying to force the throw. And I know Coach Dykes, and he was talking about that before the game, how Oregon's going to load the box. They're going to force the throw. You got a bone, man. You got to get up in there and get you some on first down.
Sometimes you got to run it against that 8-man box and see what you can get. And not -1 on the first down play.
I bet you they throw it here on 2nd and 11.
Good call, Coach.
Off the edge. It's complete, but for a loss. Terrell Turner stopped immediately by Chung.
Honestly, I think what's happening is Tuitama's being careful with the football. He's got a lead. He's thinking, don't make a mistake. He took the quick decision out.
I thought that's what you said a quarterback should do when he's up 14.
No, I'm terrible. I was terrible at having leads and being cautious. When you let it fly,
You just couldn't do it?
the game got tight in a hurry. I was not good at just keep slinging it and put up a lot of points.
And be careful on 3rd and 14 here. Now they just hand it off. Grigsby trying to break a tackle. Stopped at the 45. Walter Thurman, corner, number 2 tackler on this team, and Arizona has to punt.
Because the philosophy becomes playing not to lose, Craig.
Which means you're going to end up losing. However, in this situation right here, you have to also know where you are. You've got a team over on the sidelines that has no quarterback. You got the number 2 guy in there. He's gimpy. They're going nowhere, so don't give them a chance.
That's pretty simple, huh? Pretty simple.
I love that. This is
play better. Don't like how you play better. Should be a coach.
They have played better tonight in this month, that's for sure. Pryor on the rugby punt gets a foot into this one. Far too short for Burger Field, and it backs up to the 24-yard line. So Brady Leaf will limp on out there and try to make something happen down 14. While the rest of the country watches and roots for Arizona to hold on. Big implications, of course, in the national championship chase. Also in the Pac-10 race with Arizona State and USC set to collide a week from tonight in Tempe. They need an Oregon loss to make that for the Rose Bowl berth. And it looks like the rest of the country needs an Oregon loss to jump over the Ducks as well. They sit behind LSU in the BCS.
And you think Bob Stoops, brother Bob, is going to send Mike and Mark dinner?
Little thank you.
First down, Stewart dropped for a loss. Spencer Larson one more time.
He has been all over the field.
You know, it was unspoken. I asked Mike, did Bob mention how much it would help Oklahoma if they beat Oregon? He said, I didn't have to. I understood that playing not just for my own team, but for all these teams that are trailing Oregon in the BCS and in the Pac-10. Of course, the Wildcats trying to get up there and get bowl eligible, get to 4-4 in the conference. Eric Jones on the stop as we check back with Reese Davis for a 30 at 30 update.
All right, Chris, Barry Bonds indicted Thursday for perjury and obstruction of justice, charged with lying when he told a federal grand jury that he did not knowingly use performance-enhancing drugs. Alex Rodriguez and the Yankees have agreed to the outline of a deal, 10 years, $275 million, that would keep A-Rod in pinstripes. Sports Center coming up after the game. Stay current with ESPN News.
Reese, thanks. Third down. They need 8. Lob complete. It's going to be a short gain for Dixon, the tight end. No first down.
This game has become a real obvious that Leaf is going to stand right in the middle of the field, and you better be able to protect him and give him time.
Because they're bringing it again. 2 guys coming off the edge this time with pressure. They ran a little delay, hoping to fool him. and slip them out of the backfield, but could not pick up the first down because they got in long yardage situations.
Cyrene, not a punter, is used to being all that active with Oregon's powerful offense. And his 6th punt on the night isn't a very good one. Bounces sideways and out of bounds at the 33. So with Dennis Dixon looking on, they still need a big play from the defense. Arizona back on offense, up 14. Grandma sent money. Tuition hike again, huh? We have no information on that. We'll check into that. I'm not surprised. Everything's going up, right? Tuition. Tuitama in the shotgun now. Time winding down in this 3rd quarter. It's complete in traffic. Gronkowski hammered immediately after about a 5-yard gain.
Let me tell you about this offense. They got a couple of guys G-men. That would be Gronkowski, the tight end, and Grigsby, the young freshman running back. And between those two guys, that's going to force Sonny Dykes and Mike Stoops to not go to that wide open offense. They've got to find a way to get the tight end involved.
You know, Grigsby picked up a corner blitz there on the backside and looked pretty good doing it. They said, you know, pass protection's not his strong suit, but he saw the corner coming, picked him up. Nice job.
Here's 2nd and 6. And there's the other G-man, Grigsby, slicing ahead. He'll pick up about 5 more. Now Gronkowski, 6'6", 250. His brother plays tight end for Maryland. Very quiet guy, tough and fearless, they say. Paid a recruiting visit to his apartment. He said he walked in, a very small room, TV, weight equipment. That was it.
That was
in the living room.
it. Nothing else.
Weights in the living room. His dad, I guess, that's part of his business, is selling, you know,
what else
workout equipment, and that's it. TV.
You're going to watch TV, you sit on the weight bench.
He's obviously using those weights. 3rd and short. And Grigsby has a first down. Grigsby near midfield. Again, it always looks like Nick Grigsby is so close to breaking along. What hasn't happened yet tonight, but that gets a first down.
But it will come with age and strength, the maturity that he gets. He'll make that extra little dart, that move. You can see his instincts, knowing where pursuit is and the angles and how you make them miss.
Yeah, they said the one area is strength, being physical. It needs to be a little more physical, put on some weight a little bit up top, get a little bit stronger.
It's only his 2nd run, longer than 5 yards, but he's got that big play potential. Tuitama fires across the middle. It is almost intercepted. It was out of the hands of Terrell Turner, and Walter Thurman III had a chance to make a play on the ricochet.
Thurman did a great job. I mean, the receiver came from all the way, Turner, all the way across the field, stayed with him stride for stride. When that ball glanced off his hands, almost had the pick.
You know, and Sonny Dykes would tell you that that's a high percentage throw right there. You know, that's like a running game play for Arizona. And so, and Turner, we're told, is their most dependable receiver, really.
He's the best route runner and technician as far as being a receiver, the receiver's skills.
About 5 fresh defenders trot on the field for Oregon on 2nd and 10. And they don't take the penalty because the timeout is called with 1 second on the play clock, called from the sidelines.
Charge timeout.
Time winding down to this 3rd quarter. The underdog still up by 14.